Hello. Hi, my name is Giselle, co-host of the Strong Sunflowers podcast and founder of GS for Growth. And today we're going to talk about a couple of swaps that I have made in my life that has helped my health and things that I have learned, because truly the food in the grocery store is trying to kill us. The food that you're eating is trying to kill you. Like, they're not here for us. So I just wanted to compile this video and talk a little bit about it. Before we start, disclaimer, I am not a specialist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist. I have none of those titles, so don't come for me. Do your own research. Always when you're growing, do your own research before you take anything at value, and take everything with a grain of salt if it applies to your life. If you would love to change, I always say that when we know better, we do better, or at least we try to do better. So with this video, I just really want you guys to try to do better. So let's get it. Also, one of the things that I wanted to talk about was socioeconomics, and how I'm originally from Cuba and I grew up with a single mom, and I know things are expensive. So usually the poor people, we try to go with the cheapest things, and usually the cheapest things are the worst for us. So I just wanted to bring that out there. I know that when we have more money and more opportunity and have that privilege of getting some of the things that I'm going to talk about today and being able to afford that, I see that, I understand it. But the older I get, I'm 27 now, I truly see the value of quality versus quantity. And I'd rather have things that are going to strengthen and nourish my body than pay for things that are doing the opposite, literally, even though they're cheap. So, and also being a pre-med student and wanting to go to medical school and wanting to be a doctor, a lot of these problems that we have health-wise, it's correlated with what we're eating. So to fix a lot of these problems, we can just really focus on nutrition, and things like diabetes, high blood pressure, hyperlipidemia cannot be part of our lives. So hopefully this video helps the future you know, because right now we're like, it's fine, we can do it. But then when we're in our 50s, we start feeling it. So let's jump right into it. So tip number one, I only use extra virgin olive oil. I don't care if the bottle is this big for 20 bucks. I don't care. Like, that's the only oil I get. Growing up, my mom would always get that yellow one that comes with the corn on the front, and corn oil, vegetable oil, all those types of oil are super inflammatory for our body. Like, our body rejects it. And a lot of the fast food places that we go to, like McDonald's and all these other places, they use these vegetable oils that cause our bodies to be inflamed. And yeah, no one wants to be bloated all the time. That's gonna be a no for us, a no. Another thing that I do is I add little to no salt to my food. Every time I cook for the family, they're always like, Giselle, what the hell? You didn't put any salt in this. And I'm like, I know, I didn't put any salt. It takes a little getting used to, but try not to add more salt to the food that you're already consuming, because a lot of the food, especially if it's processed or if you're at a restaurant, it already contains a lot of sodium. And that's also gonna cause you to have an inflammatory response, and then your body's gonna be, again, bloated and swollen, which is not what we want. Tip number two, add more fruits and vegetables to your diet. I'm from Cuba. Growing up, we didn't have too much. I mean, maybe a little salad, maybe a little lettuce and tomato, maybe some yuca, definitely, maybe some onions on top of that yuca. But besides that, we didn't have a lot of vegetables. Our food contained mostly rice, beans, and your choice of meat. You know, pork, chicken, sausage, all the things. Black beans for the most part, maybe some lentejas. But besides that, that was our food. We stuck to those things. So when I grew up and I became an adult and started shopping for myself, I made sure that I included more fruits and vegetables. I love me some pineapples. I love me some avocados. I love me some spinach. I love me some onions. I love making omelets in the morning. So that's another way that I added to my healthy life choices. Tip number three, oh my gosh, and this has been a game changer, okay, when it comes to like maintaining my weight. I stick to water. Water is your BFF. If I go out, I might have sparkling water, you know, if I'm feeling fancy, bougie, but that's it. I try to stay away from soda like the plague. I don't drink Coke, Sprite, lemonade, stop. And if I do want something sweeter, I'll try to go for like fresh orange juice. But besides that, stick to water. Stick to water. Water's good for you. We don't drink enough water. And the benefits of drinking enough water for our body, it's amazing. Your skin will thank you. Your hair will thank you. Your nails will thank you. Your whole body is going to thank you. So drink more water, less Coke. And speaking of soda, usually we already know this. Coke products, they have so many tablespoons of sugar in one little soda. And we are drinking it up. Just imagine just eating like 14 spoons of sugar. That's disgusting. Why are we drinking it? Why are we drinking it? Because we can't visually see that it's 14 spoons of sugar? Like, oh my gosh. But another thing is people are like, oh my gosh, you know, okay, I won't have the Coke. I'll just have the Diet Coke. Diet Coke is worse for you than regular Coke. If you're gonna have the Coke, just freaking have the Coke, okay? Another thing is with this Diet Coke, Diet Sprite, Diet whatever, a lot of them are made of this sweetener called aspartame. And aspartame is actually cancer causing. It's a carcinogen. And people are like, oh my gosh, I'm doing such a healthier option, you know, Diet Coke. No. And it's so funny because I was trying to find articles for this video because, you know, I do want to give you some facts and some things that you can research yourself, but again, you still have to go do the work. But I just typed in Google, like, aspartame cause cancer, and what popped up was, and I'll read it for you guys real quick. It says, aspartame does not cause cancer. It says, aspartame does not cause cancer. Does aspartame cause cancer? Research shows no consistent connection between consuming aspartame and the cause of any kind of cancer. Consistent? No consistent evidence. Girl, bye. Don't do it. Stop doing the Diet Coke. Stop doing the Diet Sprite. Stop doing the Diet whatever. Aspartame causes cancer and it's a carcinogen. And if you're gonna do it, just have the real sugar. Just F it. Just have the soda, move on, keep it moving. The other day, so I work at a breakfast place, and the other day I had this older couple come in, and the guy ordered pancakes, and then he's like, could I have the sugar-free syrup? And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. And he's like, he goes on to explaining, you know, because I'm a diabetic, so I should really have sugar-free syrup. I'm like, sugar-free syrup is worse for you than the regular syrup. Might as well just have pure maple syrup if you're gonna do a pancake. You're freaking doing a pancake and you're a diabetic. But if you're gonna do it, might as well do it right. Because the sugar-free syrup is worse for you and it's full of not only aspartame, which is a carcinogen, but also it's full of natural flavors, chemicals. It's not even real syrup. Like, boy, stop. Are y'all ready for a tip? I don't even know what number we're on. But so 2021, I stopped eating meat. It was October, so you guys know I'm the co-host of the Strong Sunflowers podcast. And every year we do a last 90 days building to bloom, kind of like when you set an intention of planting a seed or a goal and achieving it before the end of the year. And November is all about health, nutrition, and all that good stuff. And October was all about mental health and getting prepared to do all those decisions to achieve your goal. And my birthday was October 24th. And one of the things that I decided to do is like, I am not consuming red meat anymore. I'm not consuming chicken. I'm a pescatarian. And I was like, yeah, like it's bad for me. I also had just watched, what's that documentary? What the Health? And I mean, can I say any more? What the Health, if you haven't seen it, is on Netflix, I believe. So go check it out. That was a really informative documentary. And like I said before, when you know better, you do better. At least we try to do better. And I was definitely going to do better. I was like, this is horrible for my body. I'm not doing it. And as a Cuban, you know, pork is so essential in our culture, in our lifestyle. Again, like I said, rice, beans, meat. When I told my family that, they still laugh at me all the time. They don't even know what pescatarian is. They're like, I'm a pescetariano, and that's how you say it in Spanish. And they didn't even know that was a word. I was like, it's a freaking word. But they stay coming for me. And one of the things, again, they haven't educated themselves in what red meat truly is. My family in Cuba, it's not like they have a lot of options. So they're just gonna eat what they're known to eat for all these years. And another joke that they always say is, oh my gosh, if you're a vegetarian, how come you're so fat? You're only eating salad. How come you're so fat? My family is always coming for me for my weight, and we're actually doing a whole campaign in March at the Strong Sunflowers about this, because body shaming in the Hispanic culture and so many cultures, it's so bad, so bad. And if you don't have the confidence to really deal with all that, it can really affect your life. And I'm over here like, girl, bye. Educate yourself. Educate yourself. But yeah, it's gonna be 2 years this October that I have became pescatarian, and I don't regret anything. I don't miss meat. I feel great. My skin feels great. My hair feels great. I feel great. My energy level is high. And one of the things from, again, doing your own research, I went to the World Health Organization, and I'll link this below, and it talked about how processed meats, and I'm gonna read it because I come with the facts. Okay, this is from the World Health Organization, and it says, processed meats was qualified as a carcinogenic to humans group 1. Tobacco smoking and asbestos are also classified as a carcinogenic to humans group 1. Hello. They're telling you these processed meats. So we're talking about deli meats, ham, sausage, turkey meat, all these deli meats that you love to put on your sandwich, and then you put the sandwich and you give it to your kids and you eat it throughout the day, and this is your night snack, and you go to Subway and you put it on your sandwich. It's killing you. It's a carcinogen. It's cancer causing in your body when you consume it. The same people having these deli meats, these processed meats, are saying like, oh my gosh, you're a smoker? That's disgusting. It's qualified as the same group as tobacco. Group 1, baby, group 1. And again, moving forward, because I went deeper into it and I was like, okay, what about red meat? What about red meat? Let's talk about that. So it says red meat is a group 2. I'm gonna read it for you. Okay, here it goes. It says red meat was qualified as group 2A, probably carcinogenic to humans. Girl, bye. Probably, it's carcinogenic. It's cancer causing to humans, but they don't really talk about it. They just like, yeah, keto diet. And you just really start to see like, wow, like these people don't really give a damn about me. What's out in the world, what's out and like becoming hot topics like the keto diet. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. And you jump on this hype. That's why here at G is for Growth, I'm all about sharing my experiences and what I have learned, but I am also all about you doing your own research. Research the hell of it. Don't take anybody's word for nothing. Not even your doctors, not even the people that are educated in it. Do your own research, always. And since becoming a pescatarian, I love it. I have been actually more in the kitchen. One of my favorite recipes that I'm gonna share with you guys is actually roasted red pepper sauce. So I make my own fresh sauce at home when I make pastas, and it's so simple. It's literally red peppers. You put a little olive oil, you put them in the oven, like 20 minutes, roast them, peel them, then put it in the blender. So the recipe is you add a little garlic, a little basil, a little parsley, you put that all in there, some Parmesan cheese, some salt and pepper, a little sprinkle, and olive oil, chef's kissed. You can put that shit on anything. It's so good. I love to put it on all my pastas, and I bet you can put it on a bread spread. It's delicious, and it's homemade, and it's fresh ingredients, and no process, no fake stuff. A little bit earlier about natural flavors. High fructose corn syrup. Oh my gosh. They put that shit in everything. It's literally in everything. Again, inflammatory. I don't want it. And it's highly addictive. So here in the United States, because it's high fructose corn syrup is cheaper. That's what they use. They put that shit on everything. If you go to the store right now and you turn your cereal box and you at least look at the ingredients, corn syrup, corn syrup, corn syrup, corn syrup. In other parts of the world, they try to use cane sugar. It's not addicting and it's less sweet. But here in the United States, they're like, girl, we're saving that coin with your health. We don't give a damn about your health. You need to care about your health. So yeah, I literally went to the store because now that I know like natural flavors, it's just chemicals. I don't want that. I don't want that in my life. So I try my best when I go shopping to only buy things that align with my vision for my life. And I was looking at bread and I went to go get the bread that I usually get and I flip it around. I was like, let me look. My bread has corn syrup. I'm like, why? Why? Corn syrup and natural flavors. Why? It's just freaking bread. I just want bread without the chemicals, without the BS. So I did find a bread that doesn't have any natural flavors or corn syrup. And if you guys want, like, comment below and I'll let you know. I'll make a video of like my swaps and replacements. But it's crazy. They literally put that on everything. Everything has corn syrup. Drives me crazy and it's highly addicting. That's why your kids are loving those Lucky Charms and loving those Frosted Flakes and loving those Cheetos. And oh my gosh, let's jump into it. MSGs. So my roommate actually told me about this a couple of, like last year. He told me about MSGs, and MSG stands for, monosodium glutamate. And from my research, I have seen that it's saying that it's found in regular food. Of course, it's found naturally, but we also add it to other foods because it's a food enhancer. It makes the food taste better. It makes the food more attracting, appealing to our sensors as humans. So just like corn syrup, they put that shit in everything. Like the food that we're eating, sometimes we're not eating it because, oh my gosh, this food is so good. We're eating it because it's filled with MSGs and it's tricking our brain to think, oh my gosh, this food is so good. I need to have more. That's why America has the highest obesity rate in the world. Like, the food is not good. The food is trash, actually. And when we're eating like more healthy, more natural, more homemade cooked meals, we tend to eat less. Like sometimes I think about doing research, and in countries like Italy, Italy, it's known for the pizza and the pasta and all these things, but the ingredients are so fresh. The pasta is homemade. Like I just came from Italy and you don't see a lot of obesity. You don't see that. And the last tip that I can leave you guys with is stop using the microwave. Just cook your food on the stove top. Of course, they're saying probably the microwave is not cancer causing, but I don't F with those probably. Probably is a yes for me. It's a yes. It's a yes. My roommate actually talked to me about this a couple of years ago as well. And he did like a whole deep web dive on the microwave and what it was used for and why it was created. And it was actually created as a weapon. But they saw that it can actually cook food, and it came in like the masses, and America loved it. America, we love fast and easy. Fast and easy. Microwavable dinners, say less. And it was just like blown up to the point that everybody had a microwave in their home. And by the time that they did some research and noticed that, hey, this might not be so good to put your food in here, everybody had one. So they couldn't really take it back. So even though the proof is there, go find it. The proof is there. They're like, the people don't care. The people don't care. Just like we talked about What the Health, the documentary, meat being a carcinogen, being on the World Health Organization's page. And people are so like, keto diet this, keto diet that. Yeah, eat your meat, eat your steak, and making fun of the people that are vegan and vegetarian, pescatarian, all those things. That's why you have to know for yourself and know why the hell you're doing what you're doing. Because if you don't, then you're gonna fall into this trap of like people telling you like, you're stupid. The keto diet works so well for me. Look at my body. No. And also, after I did all the videos and I shared all my tips, I looked at myself and I was like, oh my gosh, I look hideous. I don't know if I want to post this. I'm just gonna re-record tomorrow where I look better and I actually have outside light, because right now I'm only filming with my ring cam light. And I was like, you know what? No. Here at G is for Growth, it's all about living life authentically, authenticity, loving yourself in all aspects of who you are, the darkness, the light, the gray areas. And yeah, you know what? So we're posting it just like this. So I hope this video informed you guys and you took at least something so you can grow and plant your own seed and try to figure out what works best for your life. I hope my growth has inspired you to grow in your own life. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Allora, ciao.